On the 17th of April in 2003, an overweight physician died to an injury-induced blood clot in his brain. The name of this person was Robert Atkins. Robert Atkins was the founder of the Low Carb Diet. Prior to his death, Robert suffered from a history of heart problems and hypertension. Mr. Atkins was not a healthy human being, but a genius marketer. I fell prey to low carb diet trend before. For a period of 1 month, I've barely eaten any carbohydrates. I did lose some pounds originally, but gained it all back. On top of that, I felt awful. The same story goes for numerous clients of mine. They first achieve a motivating short-term weight loss, followed by a rapid weight gain after stopping the diet. And here's the thing, the low carb diet doesn't make any sense scientifically speaking and may even increase your risk of death. But which diet should you rather pursue? And why you should play the long game. At the beginning of my diet, I did lose weight rapidly, over 5 pounds in the first week. I felt amazing and energized after watching the number on my scale. But the reduced weight is not what I was truly after. I want to lose belly fat and gain a six-pack. I didn't know that losing weight and burning body fat is not the same thing. At the beginning of my diet, my body was burning through its carbohydrate reserves. Carbohydrates bind to water in your body. If your body burns your reserve of carbohydrates, you're also losing pounds of water. This will make you lose weight, but not fat. I remember a client of mine telling me that she's simply not losing weight. There was no decrease in the weighing scale for weeks during my coaching. Then I asked her if she remembered her original goal, which was to fit in her old bikini again. This was a goal she did achieve a couple of days prior. My client reached her goal, but was blinded by the weighing scale. You should never care about the number on the weighing scale, and neither should your friends and family. You want to look and feel better. You want to lose body fat and not decrease a number on your weighing scale. Insulin is what most people fear when it comes to dieting, and it's something that you should truly not have in your body in excess because it's the one hormone responsible for filling your fat cells. But don't believe that carbohydrates are solely responsible for an insulin release in your body. In fact, meat protein has the same insulin release as pure sugar.
Look it up, it's probably free by now. Insulin index of foods, and it says you eat this much of, and they went through about 50 different foods, and eating beef causes a greater spike in insulin than white potatoes and white pasta and white rice. More insulin, and that if that's the villain, right? Then you'd stay away from the meat.
Having said that, vegetarians have lower insulin levels than meat eaters. If you put people on the low carb diet, their insulin levels even increase. In comparison, vegans have the lowest insulin levels and the lowest risk of diabetes. If you put people on a plant-based diet, they're even able to reverse their diabetes. As diabetes type 2 may be a problem with fat molecules clogging their cells. This fat storage inside your cells makes insulin unable to access the cells.
Because glucose is there outside the cell trying to get inside. In order to get in, it needs a key, and that key is insulin.
As the main task for insulin is simply opening the cells like a key, so glucose can go in.
Lipid is fat inside your muscle cells, and that is what interferes with insulin's ability to work like a key to signal glucose coming in.
A low carb diet is therefore not only inefficient at helping you lose weight, it is also not healthy for you. Carbohydrates are the most important fuel for your brain. We have evolved over millions of years with glucose as the preferred fuel for our main controlling organ. That's why on the low carb diet you're facing a pure survival situation. Because of your body burning through your carbohydrate reserves, your brain is being set on red alert. Your nervous system is not getting the nutrients that it needs. Following that survival situation, your brain is shutting down systems that are not important for survival. Your body has to minimize its energy expenditure because it thinks that you are starving. Your muscles will be fatigued more quickly. Plus, you will have a difficult time concentrating. To make matters worse, in a survival situation, your body is even holding onto its fat storage because fat is energy stored for scarce times. Times when your brain is in survival mode. This is the last thing that you want when you're following a diet. Following a low carb diet is not sustainable. Yes, you will lose some weight originally, but it will be cruel and not effective. You will not be able to keep the weight off in the long term unless you're willing to dramatically decrease your quality of life. If you're currently following a low carb diet, you should ask yourself, is this truly working? Are you losing fat or are you just losing water? Use tape measurements to make sure that you're on the right path. Instead of advising you to completely alter your nutrition and following the next diet trend, I want you to make a new approach. You need to play the long game. Realize that your weight loss will not come overnight. Never buy into professionals that guarantee you immediate results. They're trying to steal your money. Instead of following a new diet fad, I want you to focus on incrementally changing your diet for the better. This far outweighs results of a rapid diet change and eliminates the yo-yo effect. Focus on eating more good foods instead of cutting out unhealthy foods. Try to eat a little bit healthier today than you did yesterday, and tomorrow, simple, do the same thing again. 1 year from now, you will not be able to recognize yourself in the mirror. Realize that your weight loss will still not come easy and fast, but it will be way easier than starving yourself and putting your body in survival mode. Play the long game.